they're so used to me doing. I like to see people have a great time. I like, if I'm out, the winos know, like, my husband tell me I got to stop doing this shit, but I'm like, I genuinely like to see people smile. Okay? And so, Chelsea, will you wait till this live is over? Okay? So listen, he just had this innocence about him that I wanted to help him. I wanted to guide him or whatever. And so, I have been watching his videos. I thought he was really corny, funny. I kind of like those, like my favorite movies are Ferris Bueller, Day Off, and shit like that. I really like corny white people shit like that. And he gave me that energy. And so I was talking to my husband back and forth. I was like, listen, I can't take off as many months as I need to, because YouTube runs a slave system. If you're out of the system for 2 weeks, they take all the revenue that you made away. So I'm not gonna let $40,000-$50,000 just go down the drain. Like, I'm not gonna do that. And I was pregnant. I couldn't eat. I had the lawsuit going on. That was costing money and shit like that. So like, I had reached out to him and I was like, hey, I want to move you to Atlanta. And I want you to take over my show while I'm on maternity leave. Kind of like how, Sherry Shepherd and them had guest hosts and stuff like that, right? And so I said, think about it. I think you have what it takes. I've been watching you for about a year. You know what I'm saying? And you said, okay, ain't no maternity leave with you too. Ain't no maternity leave. You off, right? So and I wasn't finna let that money go down the drain. Like, I ain't crazy. I'm trying to figure out. I ain't got it, Gauchino. I ain't got it. Period. I don't have it. I ain't got no $4 million. The fuck out of here, man. Even if I had it, I still ain't got it. And nobody got that kind of liquid cash sitting in the bank. Not even your favorites out here. Don't let them fool you. Okay? But anyway, let me stay focused. So like, I asked him, I was like, yo, so remember he had lost his job. His lease was up. He was living with his mom. His mom was his roommate. And he wanted to leave, but I guess the mom she wanted to go West Coast. He was like, I'm gonna take this opportunity with Tasha and I'm gonna go. And I was like, all right, no problem. So they got here, you do what a good host does. You accommodate them. I do that with all my guests. You know what I'm saying? And so, but then he said his mom wanted to come. And I was like, oh, okay, no problem. Then I helped him out for a few months. Like, that's what people do. The contract, I'm going to give Chelsea this contract that people keep talking about that I have with people, like this slave contract, right? I'm going to give you the exact contract he signed. I really am. I'm going to breach Kiwi Studios is privacy, and I'm going to give you this contract because I want people to understand, like, this was a basic contract. This was just don't embarrass the company. Don't use any racist type undertones in your videos. Don't use any overly sexually explicit to where it's borderline can give the impression that you could assault somebody or rape somebody or something like that. It's just basic human morals, right? Oh, I'm breaching it. And what's funny is when Shek heard about him speaking about all this contract stuff, he was like, let me look at this contract. See, Shek don't get involved with the bullshit, but what you're not gonna do is you're not gonna come out here and play into this narrative. It's different when you got like these other creators speaking on a situation, right? This is what they heard. But you got the facts. And I have the facts. You don't have to take my word for it. Because it's in black and white. Right? It's in black and white. Yeah. I'm explaining everything, Momo. That's what we're doing here. We putting it all out there. Because, I'm genuinely, and I'm still hurt. I haven't lashed out. I'm not going to lash out. Why would I lash out on him? I got used. But did he do anything for me? What am I losing in this situation? What am I truly losing? What is it that he's done for me? Right? So, and a lot of y'all that, a lot of people that don't necessarily fuck with the commentary because they don't know me. You don't fuck with the commentary. That's what they do. You choose sides. That's okay. Okay? That's okay. Now, I helped him out. He had to remind me that I had even paid bills because he said it in the interview. I wasn't going to dare bring that up. You know what I'm saying? I wasn't going to dare, bring that up. But I was like, oh, I did that. I forgot that I did that. But I couldn't, but there was something about the situation. Because, when you're pregnant, your hormones very high, right? So my hormones were fucking through the roof. And then postpartum was even worse, okay? And so I can't yell. I wish I could give y'all a more entertaining, but my throat be burning. But, but there was something, I should have known upon jump because I'm from the South and we was raised to, yes, ma'am, no, ma'am, thanking people when they do stuff for you. There was never a thank you. And I just kind of chopped it in the back of my head. It wasn't like I was looking for a thank you, but it was kind of like, if somebody does something for my daughter and she don't say thank you, I'm in her ass. I'm going to be in Tantu's ass. What the hell is wrong with you? You say thank you. The fuck is wrong? But it didn't. I was just like, maybe, he was really going through a hard time. He didn't have, I think he had $600 to his name. You know what I'm saying? And I was just like, don't worry, I got you, period. I just want you to take over my show. I think you're funny. No strings attached. None. I said what I was going to do was help him build his channel in return, right? That's it. That's it. Nobody asked him to come out here and fight battles and do all of that. I appreciated that. That was cool. You know what I'm saying? But then there came a time where he jumped in the battle and then somebody hit back and it was so bad. The drag was so bad. I felt defeated. Look, we can have our opinions. I personally thought that Storm was funny at the time. Okay? I did. All right. So, now, listen, if you guys don't want to hear about it, why are you in the chat? You don't have, y'all know at the end of the day, I'm a real bitch. I'm vulnerable, okay? If you don't want to hear about it, get out the chat. Now, let me just drop, this one I don't read comments. I'm going to just drop them down. How the hell you drop these comments down? Okay, got it. All right, cool. So, I can't see any more comments for now. I'll bring them back up later because I keep reading them and getting off track, and I gotta be done in 30 minutes. So y'all let me know when it's 5 o'clock because I gotta go. However, so I gave him I worked with him so close when it came to do this, do that, do that, do this. But I remember he jumped in the battle. That was I guess a battle of mine. I don't know. A lot of people be out here beefing with themselves, right? And the drag was so bad that even Jasmine don't be in the bullshit now. Jasmine does not be in the bullshit. Jasmine said, Tasha, what the fuck is he gonna do? And I remember him calling me like, hey, what should I do? I said, nothing. Nothing. Absolutely nothing. The drag was, I was like, wow. And I knew he felt that. And that's that moment that I said, this is my fault. This is my fault. There's a reason why we have to go through stages of being a creator. I started being a creator 12 years ago. This was way before YouTube popped off. Now, everybody saw Kevin Sandwiches get popular, but Kevin Sandwiches had been doing the shit he was doing, you know what I'm saying? But then he just said the wrong thing and just went viral. And then everybody's like, oh my God, where he just come from? He didn't come from nowhere. This man been doing this, right? I've been doing this shit, right? And so, but for him, he hadn't been doing it. And yet he didn't have the experience, the trial and error, the step-by-step process. And when things like this happen publicly, you're not prepared on how to take it, and it's a blow. And now every video is you defending your sexuality, defending your money, defending. It's like now you're in this everlasting battle trying to prove to people that you're not broke, that you're not gay. You're playing. It's like your ego is his ego took a hit, and when you respond to things that people say I'm broke, I'm broke. Because I want people to be, please, I'm broke. Don't ask me for no money. I ain't got it, okay? I ain't got it. Don't ask me for no money. I ain't got it, okay? All my money go to legal fees. Listen, but when you constantly respond to things that you know in your heart that are not true, and you give it life, that's your ego. So you're playing on. It's like your ego took a hit. Now your ego got to respond egotistical. And now, oh, I got a building with concierge. Oh, I got a house. Oh, I got this. Oh, I got that. You know what I'm saying? And then, he moved and he got a little apartment. I said, Storm, live in the city. You're a young professional. Live in the city. That way you can integrate with young professionals such as yourself. And that will reflect your commentary because you're now going through life experiences that you can relate to. You have to be relatable to your audience. You have to. If you're not relatable, then people are not going to genuinely fuck with you because you're inauthentic. Authenticity is what people connect to. You may think they may superficially connect to your ego, but that's just temporary. And then when things like this happen, then they start to drag you because they fell for an ego. They didn't fall for you. Right? They didn't connect with you. You connected with their ego. Now, I'm not saying this because it's very hard for me to do this live. Like, I'm just gotta take my breaths and stuff. So there was a live that was done about my house, right? And that somehow I lost my house, right? And I listen, I know how it looks. If it looked like that, it could be that, Bloggers got to do what they got to motherfucking do, right? So everybody talking about the house, that's fine. I don't care. Get your views. Do what you do, okay? But when Storm went live, and you know me, about the rumors of the house, and you say out of your mouth after I taught you how to get a bag, like you got your first house, you got your first high-rise apartment with concierge off of me. I didn't get nothing off of you. I didn't get nothing from you. I didn't ask you for nothing. Even after you didn't host my show, because I said, the winos they're not ready for you. I got to train you some more. Giving him such a controversial audience and a controversial lane, and he was not ready. So I let him co-host beside me. But he believed the rumors that I was jealous. Okay, I'm like, how the hell? That's a whole nother story. Your car. The first car you go buy, you go get a car. The same car, my husband had. He really liked it. And then he goes and paints it this like fluorescent flamingo blue. I don't know. Flamingos are pink, but it's like the opposite of blue, like a Barbie blue. And he's just really doing this outrageous stuff. It's like, and I'm like, Storm, pay your student loans. Pay your student loans. Reinvest into back into yourself. And then why are you out here renting 5-bedroom houses and you don't have 5 bedrooms for people. You have you and your mom, and you're getting ready to ship your mom back to California, right? And I remember him coming to me wanting to do OnlyFans. I was like, what the fuck you want to do on OnlyFans? I want to do porn. I was like, listen, you're young. You're young. You wait till you get older, okay? Because if you do OnlyFans now, you can't erase that shit when you get older, okay? Now I'm thinking like a mom at this point. Like it's cute now because you're young, but now when you get a little older, that shit you ain't gonna be able to take that shit off the internet. You won't be able to have any real relationships. You know what I'm saying? So I'm coaching him, and I'm like, I'm not asking this guy for nothing. I'm not expecting this guy. I never told him to go live. Anytime somebody went live, I'm like, Storm, don't say nothing. Leave it alone. Even when he got dragged the way that he did, it was like a gut punch to me. But I was just like, damn, like you cannot say anything because it's gonna get worse. You don't have what I have to come back at that. Right? You don't just leave it alone. Focus on your content. You're going to win. And he did just that. He followed my lead. Like, focus on the fucking content. Let that shit grow you. But then he starts to date. Well, it's not even that he started to date. There was a young lady that is no longer subscribed to him on his channel. And the first thing I said to him, I even said this to him during our mentor, like when he did that class with me. I charged like $100 for it. I was giving that shit away. And I even said it to him when I was like, pay off your student loans. Don't go wasting your money. Pay your bills. So if anything happens, you're not in debt. The worst thing to do is to make all this money, go spend it on all this bullshit, and you got debt if some shit happens. Because you could lose it. What if they take your channel? You could lose it. No creators bigger than him done lost their channels. You know what I'm saying? Luckily, now we can call up YouTube and be like, this is a fucking mistake. Where are my guideline strikes? You know what I'm saying? So, but there was a young lady that was introduced, very beautiful woman. Very beautiful woman. Now, Storm hadn't had a girlfriend since the one that he had that was in high school. That was different because I'm like, you're young, you're single, but why are you not out here fucking? What's going on? You know what I'm saying? So I remember the young lady, she was really feeling him. I was like, Storm, that she's feeling you. And I kind of felt bad, like after I kind of pointed out that she was feeling him. And I was like, fuck, like what the fuck did I do? But I had to fix it, and I fixed the situation. So here's what happened. He ends up connecting with the girl. She's a teacher, beautiful girl, light skin, big curly hair. You know what I'm saying? Let me see what time it is. Hold on for a second. Okay, I'm gonna go in a minute. So big curly hair, and she thought he was cute too or whatever. So he started flying back and forth to see her. Remember he was saying he was in Chicago or wherever, somewhere. That's who he was flying back and forth to see. He sleeping with the woman. She's a grown woman, but this is a woman. This is a woman with a career. And I always told him, don't fuck the subscribers. But because she was such a woman that had her shit together, she wasn't after him for his bag or anything like that. She had her own fucking bag, right? You know what I'm saying? He decides to fuck her. And I told him, I said, if you're gonna lead this woman on, don't even bother with her, okay? Because she truly likes you, okay? And I get it, it's been a while for you, but do not pursue it with her. So you know what he does? When this whole Vaughn situation, don't get me into that. When this whole Vaughn situation happened, and I should have known just by the way he treats his mother, that this eventually was gonna turn bad, even with me and with the young lady. But he is with Vaughn doing this light-skinned niggas podcast, dissing the lady. And I said, I'm watching the video. I'm like, So this is what pissed him off. I'm telling y'all what pissed him off. This is why it didn't have shit to do with Vaughn. It didn't have nothing to do with Chelsea. It had everything to do with me checking him behind the scenes about the way I said, let me tell you something. Yes, you're friends with Vaughn. Y'all got a podcast going, but you get new pussy and you feeling yourself. This is the only pussy that you getting. This is a grown woman. This is not a 23-year-old woman. This woman is in her 30s. And I'm saying this behind the scenes, and this is when I went live, and I said Kiwi Studios had to form a separation so that if this lady wanted to file suit for sexual coercion or assault or anything because she's embarrassed that she went this far with you, I don't want Kiwi Studios associated with that shit. Like, no, because if I had known that you were like this, I wouldn't have fucking, no, I have a daughter, I'm a mom, like, what the fuck? Like, and I was like, and I told you, if you gonna fall for a subscriber, you fall for a subscriber, but you don't fuck a subscriber, and you don't get on your fucking platform to diss them about giving you pussy. Yeah, I ain't trying to be in no relationship. This is the only person you fucking. She knows you the only person you fucking, but you on a light skinned nigga's podcast with a nigga you don't know dissing the bitch, but yet you flying her in. You know what I'm saying? Shit, Lord, she wasn't flying him out, but vice versa or whatever.